Friends, welcome to the channel. Bob here. This is going to be a load of old nonsense, essentially just a bit of a waffling video. I was kind of thinking about setting up my webcam and doing like a facey video, but I couldn't be bothered to do that, to be honest. So I've got some Ogok immersion, which is much better than my face. I always love the little things that they did over their little skulls and scrolls and stuff, and I can't imagine an ogre ever using a quill. Well, that's quite a big quill, I guess, when you look at the scale to the models. Yeah. Anyway, this is going to be like a channel update video. I'll get the boring stuff out of the way first. There hasn't been much content going on the channel, and I haven't been very active on Discord, just generally because my health's been crap, really. That's pretty much as far as that goes. Yeah, so kind of just finding the energy and motivation to do stuff is not great. I'm also kind of between. I kind of feel like I'm kind of between games at the moment. I'm sure everyone gets it. So like I've basically got 6 different games that I'm playing, and I kind of think to myself, oh, what I don't mind kind of doing like new player experience type videos where I kind of play something for the first time, and we kind of have a look at it together to see what it's like. But obviously 6 different games, most of them are MMOs, so it's not really as though you can produce any coherent, like logical progressive content for them, because you're just playing too many, really. Like, yes, I mean, I just started playing Final Fantasy 14 online, which I've never played before, and I'm kind of thinking of doing a new, just like a video of what a new, what it's like for a new player. So I'm completely new, never played it before. I kicked off my WoW Classic account again. I've just been faffing around with a little dwarf hunter, because I'm quite interested in. Yeah, I always one of the only things I ended up enjoying about World of Warcraft, even though they kind of generalize them all after a few patches, was just looking around for different pets to like hunting down different pets to tame, even if they weren't very good, like getting the rare pets and all that kind of stuff. But so I've started playing that, but I can't really tell you why or to what end. It's a bit like Final Fantasy 14, really. I just thought I'm going through this period at the moment where I'm just trying out different games, I guess, kind of looking for like the game, but knowing in my mind that there isn't a the game. You like different things from different games, but you'll never get the perfect one. Like Mortal Online 2 is kind of almost a perfect game, I have to say. Like if they could take that, I'm not saying they should do, it's a PvP game and that's what it's being designed as, and that's what the people want who are playing it, that's fine. But if someone could take that world and kind of populate it as a PvE game, then that would be it, I reckon. I don't think I'd play anything else. The world is that good to explore, and I'm still not bored of exploring it even after all this time. I did put a message up on Discord about starting off a Disco Elysium playthrough, which I do want to do. It's kind of been touted as one of the best, if not the best RPG of all time, apparently. I have to say, like, I quickly created a character and had a little look, and it's certainly unlike anything else I've played before. Maybe Planescape is the nearest thing to it, but even that is still a long, long way away. So I kind of still want to do that. I get people. I've had quite a lot of subscribers over the last year or so during lockdown. Like for me, anyway. I mean, I remember I used to watch channels, and people used to like quit their channels if someone. I remember there's a few people who don't do videos anymore. I used to watch them, but they would do like, I'm closing my channel videos where they would say I'm only getting like 1,000 subscribers a week and it's just not worth it. I used to think like there's me with like less than 1,000 subscribers after doing it for like a few years. And yeah, I always found that quite funny. And over the years, I've had like one or two people tell me what I'm doing wrong, you know, even though I don't seem to understand I'm doing what I want to do, you know. I mean, I kind of know, you know, the thing is that YouTube is a weird thing now anyway. So you could do what everyone else is doing and still not get a load of subscribers because of the way this weird algorithms work and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I mean, I don't watch as many channels as I used to watch. In fact, I don't really watch any YouTube stuff now, apart from like bootleg, you know, like kind of like goth new wave music from the 80s, really. And that's not a slight on anyone's channel. I just, you know, I think the thing is, when you've created content for such a long time, I think it must be 8 or 9 years now, you kind of just, you find it just becomes harder and harder to watch stuff. I guess you just get a bit weary of the whole YouTube thing in general, and but particularly like now as YouTube is like, it's all the same. Like I used to be subscribed to people that channels that just covered MMOs, and like some of these people started long after I did, and they're now in a position where their videos get like 50,000 views or hundreds of thousands of views, and rightly so, you know, because their content is professional. It's just I just don't like it, you know. It's like there's probably half a dozen channels that I'm still follow. I don't watch the videos anymore, but I'm still subscribed to them because I can't bother to go and tidy up my subscription list. I just don't watch them anymore because they're all the same. You know, like they'll all do a video on Pantheon now and again. They'll all do a video on this MMO, that MMO, and they cover the sort of MMOs that I like retro MMOs or, you know, new retro MMOs. But they're just all the same. They all say the same stuff. They all sound the same. Even some of the ones that I enjoyed and were still watching have kind of got to a point where, you know, yeah, they all sound the same. They're all covering the same content. When you go to their channels, the most popular videos are the ones where they're moaning about this scam MMO that never came out, or, you know, they're moaning about something else. And I just go, you know, I can't be doing with that sort of stuff. Yeah, so I think the other thing about content is, yeah, you know, you just kind of get weary of YouTube in general as well. And like I mean, I hate Google and YouTube in the same way that I've come to despise companies like Disney and Lucasfilm and Marvel and all these companies that are pushing their rubbish. And you kind of, sometimes you think, I just don't want to be a part of this anymore. It's just, it's not what I'm about. So you kind of feel that you're, you know, compromising your principles. Unfortunately, with something like YouTube is, and I know that people have mentioned some other platforms to me before, and I've looked into it, but generally it doesn't work. You know, I've even spoken to people who kind of moved their channels to a different platform because they didn't like YouTube, and it just didn't work. You know, as much as people say, oh yeah, I'll come and follow you over there, they really don't, you know. So you kind of lose your audience because I think YouTube is so convenient, so you kind of get tied into these platforms in a way. Yeah, that kind of went a bit off topic. I can't even remember what I was talking about now, typically on one of my videos. But yeah, the whole I think the general thing with this video is that content's been slow, and there's a few reasons for that. Health, and the fact that I'm generally just fed up with YouTube. But also I'm kind of like, as I said, I'm just kind of playing lots of different games, and I don't it's funny because like for kind of like new subscribers, I guess, if you're new to the channel, I still get, quite often I still get people saying, if you're not playing this game anymore. And the thing is that I'm kind of not playing it at the moment, but I probably will be in the future. And that's probably the most frustrating thing, I think, for people who probably come to my channel, is that I play Dungeons and Dragons online, and it seems as though I'm going to be playing it long term, and then the videos just stop, you know, for no reason. Sometimes I'm still playing that game, but the reason that I'm not recording it, see points 1 and 2, is that I'm either not well enough, or I'm just fed up with YouTube, essentially. So yeah, so yeah, so it's weird. It's just one of those things of how the channel is, and I think why the channel hasn't probably progressed to where some of these other kind of MMO channels have got to. But then that's fine, because I I think it's important. Like you listen to some of these channels as well, and the people are so like one tone. You know, they all seem miserable, as though they're just doing it because they've got to a point where they kind of got to keep doing it. You know, I think it's just YouTube in general, though. You know, if you look at if you go to like any game channel or football channel or whatever it may be, the most popular videos are the ones where people are ranting, unfortunately, but that seems to be where we are culturally. Yeah, we just like to see people. We seem to like to see people being angry. Yeah, but anyway, yeah, like with EverQuest, I started TAC-P, did some videos, haven't played it for a while. P99 has kind of pretty much stopped completely, even though this shot is from P99. And people ask me about it. But all I can say is that I will do videos on these games again in the future when I'm feeling up to it. And when I feel like I've got something. I think the problem with EverQuest is I feel like I've got anything to say anymore. I don't know if that, or at the moment, I don't know if that makes sense. And I think part of that is just my situation, really. You know, I've never, like my ideal situation, like P99 situation or TAC-P or whatever it may be, would be to have had a shaman at 60, and then I would be you know, what I always wanted to do was then to use that character to do content at 60, even lower level content, but just seeing that character progress at 60 and trying to get all the various little bits and pieces and equipment and spells and stuff that go with that, and then ultimately having like a you know, a smeghead shaman, yeah, who just went around doing stuff. it was interesting, but yeah, but that's never come about, and I guess that's the reason why you kind of get to a point where you feel like I don't know what else to do, you know. And it's not laziness or like time investment, you know. I mean, like Mugwort, my highest level shaman that I've currently got is 55. I joined a guild, Kittens, who I apologise to any Kittens viewers that I haven't been on, but yeah, it's like, you know, you look around at the guilds that are kind of active when you are, and you kind of join them. But the problem is, like, when I play, like, no guilds are really active, you know, to be honest. It's just not how it works. I mean, I've logged in this morning and there's 300 players on blue, and that's a small spread, like, when you consider the amount of guilds that are on, and then you take into account the people that are just sitting in EC and the people who are solo, not in a guild or whatever it may be. You know, there's just not enough people around. So what I find is I join a guild, and even though I joined a guild, and I personally could do a bit more, you know, to get accomplished what I want to do, there's just not enough people around, you know. So you kind of end up just doing stuff on your own. Obviously you get kind of, and this is not a criticism, this is the same with all guilds, you get kind of cliques within guilds as well, you know, where you'll get 2 or 3 people doing stuff in a little group that they always do it in, you know, and you kind of say, oh, you know, can I come and join you, blah blah blah, and they're like, well, you know, so you get all that sort of stuff. So you don't get a general spread of a lot of people doing stuff at the same time, for you to be able to easily find someone to do something with. And I'm not saying that, you know, as I said, I could do more myself, but my I don't know. I mean, as you know, you've seen my EverQuest videos. My play style is quite different to, I guess, a lot of reasons why people play MMOs. Different reasons for that. Again, health, blood, time that I play, etc. The fact that I'm a spaz, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I just wanted to do like a channel update video, just to let you know what's going on, because, you know, whatever reason, you enjoy watching my stuff. And which I'm very much appreciative of. Oh God. Yeah, but at the moment I'm kind of in that, whatever you would call it. I'm sitting in no man's land, kind of wondering what to do next. I kind of, you think about all the usual stuff. Like recently, I started a Shadow Knight. I say recently, it must have been a few months ago now. I think, was it? I can't even remember. You know, so I've kind of tried to start different characters just for a different experience, and whatnot. I think the other thing as well with like a YouTube channel is you do. I've mentioned this before, but it does get to a point where you got to a point where I was starting a game, even if it was a new game, and I'll be sitting there playing it, and I wasn't enjoying it as much as I wanted to because I'm thinking, oh, I should maybe make some content about this, or I'd like to make some content about this game, so I'm not going to play it at the moment, even though I wanted to play it and all that kind of stuff. It's like, what the hell are you doing? You know, just play the game and enjoy it. That's what it's kind of what it's all about. I'm not sure if anyone else who's had a channel has had that, but yeah, you do go for a period where you think, oh, I should be doing content, you know, when actually what you want to do is just play a game. But yeah, as I said, I've got lots of games on the go at the moment. Some games that I want to do content about, but for whatever reason I just haven't done that. I think that it's interesting. The only videos that the only channels that I do still kind of feel quite envious of are those ones who just have a game and that's it. You know, unashamedly, like I was looking around at some Final Fantasy channels, Final Fantasy 14 channels. I didn't want to spoil anything. I just wanted to get a basic idea of how the game works. Yeah, and you come across some great channels, you know, that are just dedicated to that game. That's all they do. They cover different things. The game is so big, they've always got some content to cover. And I kind of I appreciate that. You know, I appreciate someone who, this is my game. If you come to my channel, you know, I guess it used to be P99, and I suppose that's why people, you know, that's the thing that people ask the most about is content for P99. But yeah, I do appreciate that. But I just have to. I'm the same with games. Like I'm in characters on P99, whereas I just can't stick to that for whatever reason. You know, as I said, I don't know if it's that kind of always looking for something, but never finding it. Yeah. Anyway, this has been another incoherent video brought to you by me. Just kind of giving you a little update on the channel. Maybe this wasn't an update. Maybe I'll listen back and think I don't even understand what I'm talking about, and I won't just put it up. Or maybe I might listen to it and I'll just put it up anyway for a laugh, and then someone can moan about it or whatever. That might be the best thing to do. Yeah, so things have been quiet recently. Not because I haven't really got anything, not because I'm not doing anything, but just because of the reasons I spoke about in the past. I spoke about at the start of the video, but I'll be doing stuff again in the future. I don't quite know what to cover. You know, I think one of the other things as well, just to continue on with the video, even though it was about to end, is that because of the P99 thing to mostly, and a few other games, you know, there's other stuff that I'm playing, and I think, well, I just won't cover it because I don't know if people are interested in it, you know, and but yeah, maybe I'll just do it anyway. I think the problem, I think the problem is that it's not coherent, and I know that some of you don't mind that, and actually some people, you know, a lot of you have said, that that's what you like about the channel. I know, like generally whatever video I put up, you know, like there's 300 or 400 of you that will watch it, irrespective of what it is, and that's great. You know, I'm quite humbled by that. Yeah, but I think to myself, well, if I just do a random video today about this level 10 hunter I've got in World of Warcraft, what where's the story there? Where's the coherence? You know, where's the progress? There isn't any. You know, I don't know. Anyway, this has been a ramble, a right ramble, and yeah, just let you know that I'm still around, and I'll get around to some content again in the future. Thanks for watching. Hello, me again. I'm just adding this bit on the end of the video because I didn't actually. I mean, I've literally talked myself into a point where I'm short of breath now, but I can't even actually say that what I was going to do, apart from the fact that there will be some more content soon. Well, I've said this before. you know, and it doesn't happen. But like, what I'd like to do in the future is, I was talking about, before I stopped the video, I was talking about the incoherent progress thing. I would like to play some games where there is some sort of coherent progress going through them. So that's kind of my goal for the future. I don't know what that means. I don't know whether that means starting a new character on P99 and doing some kind of series. You know, maybe because I've just started Final Fantasy 14, I could do a series of that. TAC-P is quite good, actually. TAC-P is quite good because the videos I've done for that so far are kind of quite coherent in the sense that there's a bit, you can see where my characters have progressed to, so I can kind of pick that up quite easily. Yeah, there are some other games where I'm kind of playing, but I don't know if I'm really... like some games I've stopped playing that I was playing before. Project Gorgon is a game that I desperately want to get back to and do some stuff for. Mortal Online 2, I was planning on doing a video of that a couple of weeks ago that I just didn't feel up to doing in the end, but I'd like to do a video of that, just show you some gameplay loops. I know that the videos that I've done previously, some of you rightly have said it just looks like you just walk around, but there are some gameplay loops that you can do. Not as many in the game at the moment as you might want, but I was going to do a video on that as well. So yeah, like one of the games that I've got on my rotation at the moment, and this is quite ridiculous, you know, having like 4 MMOs on the go at the moment. That's why I said I was quite envious of those people that just kind of stick to one and get really good at it and kind of know everything about it inside and out. That's kind of the person I'd like to be when I grow up. But yeah, whatever. One of the games I've kind of I'm including in my rotation at the moment is Lord of the Rings Online, because that was one of those games that I always felt that I should get back to, or wanted to get back to, but never did. But anyway, yeah, that's what I'd like to do going forward in the future. Is have some. I'd like to do the like new player experiences, but I'd like to do them a bit more in depth. Like for example, I don't often look back at my videos, but I look back at the Mortal Online one. Actually, the Mortal Online one wasn't too bad, but there was one that I did that was basically like just the beginning of the game. It didn't really show you much of the game itself, so I'd like to do better quality ones of those, but also, as I said, just have some sort of coherent progress going through the games that I'm playing. Anyway, that's it. Thanks.